Hello, welcome to the Dark Utilities mod spotlight. One of the things that Dark Utilities is best known for is the vector plates. We crafted like so with a piece of sugar and a slime ball. If you want to increase the speed of them, you're going to need a dark sugar, which needs sugar and an unstable ender pearl. Essentially, you're going to need wither ash or wither dust, which you can get in various different ways. If we look at the dark sugar, it's just drops from wither skeletons in general. We'll get you access to that for the fast one, and then beyond that, you're going to need some of these wither dust bricks. You can also change the settings. So you can see we can go through there's various different blocks there that are wither dust blocks. So you're going to need a lot of wither skeleton skulls and wither skeletons in general. Now you can change the settings for the speed. What I've done is I've left the normal ones and the fast ones at the regular speed, and these ones are the extreme ones, and these are actually put to the very highest level. So we look at the speed here. So I'm not going to press anything, and you can see it can go over the starting line here. And again, you stop there. I wonder if we're actually going to stop with this one. Is going to be pretty much. I'm a bit worried to do this one, but we're going to try it anyway. Interesting. So I think at least, it's very, very fast, but it doesn't actually push you so much from a standing start. I wonder if I run onto this one. That will increase my distance. Not really, actually. But that is the maximum speed of 5 there. Now we're going to look at some of these monoliths, and they are chunk based. So if we try and put 2 in the same chunk, it will actually automatically destroy the other one. But if I go for an adjacent chunk, it's completely fine. So what this will do is it's going to maximize the spawning of mobs within certain chunks. So say I did another one here and here. See, there's a huge increase in the mob spawns. Okay, let's try something else. We've got this monolith of experience this time. If we right click on it, we can see we've got 12 experience in it. I'm going to try to break this mob spawner, and you can see now I've got 35. If I right click with a bottle, I'm going to get an XP bottle. If I right click just with an empty hand, it will tell me the number, and if I shift right click, it will actually give me 15 experience. You can also grab this thing, the Portal Charm, and this can be anywhere in your inventory. And there's also an option in the bauble section where normally it's worn as a ring, but you can actually disable that and you can put it then in any slot you want. And then the result of this is I was under the impression that should be a bit quicker. Let's have a look at this speed. I did get some quicker speeds. Okay, so maybe it doesn't work. You can put it in any slot, but I think if it's in your inventory you'll get a better result. Yeah, so that's faster, right? So maybe it doesn't work quite with the... That's cool though. Okay, this doesn't make sense in this part of the video, but I'm recording it later, sorry about that. You can change the armor value of sheep, and which is an interesting thing to do. Now we're speaking about charms, right? So I think I've covered. So we've got the Null Charm and the Aggression Charm. Oh wow! How did I get the border looking like that? There's these nice. The Wither Dust blocks are pretty nice. Let's just talk about what these things do then. So take the Null Charm, do that, and then a little bit of this. And by the way, even though I found like there seemed to be a few errors with some of them, with this one, with some of the baubles, this one I found it perfect. So for instance, I could put this bauble anywhere I like, right? And it's going to work properly. Okay, take a look at this. Put loads of zombies down. We're going to go outside of their aggro range now. So say over here, right? So these guys are not aggro on me at all, right? Well, they wouldn't be because I'm in creative. But let's see what happens if we can use the Aggression Charm. So you notice as soon as I hit this zombie, those zombies moved over. Let's look at this. But yeah, it was very clear with that one, I think. Anyway, back to the rest of the video. Okay, now we've got the Sleep Charm here. Oh, that's interesting. I think we should get out of there. Couldn't actually get out of bed there, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, and the final charm is the Gluttony Charm, and what that will let you do is eat food very, very quickly. So you look how quickly I'm going to eat this apple. It's literally within probably like a tenth or fifth of a second or something like that. We've also got some traps here. So we've got damage trap. So there's the effect of damage, weakness. Let's see if we're going to get weakness. The poison. And we've got slowness, flame. Flame doesn't actually count as an effect, but it's got the same logo, Wither, of course. If you retreat from it, yeah, it doesn't give you for very long actually. Now, main trap is an interesting one. The player trap, by the way, is a trap that will, when it's killing enemies, it will give player drops as well. But main trap I found pretty interesting because what main trap will actually do is reduce the total health. Okay, we've got a couple of things. So let's put down a chest, and we'll put down an ender hopper on top. If I shift right click, you can see this is the range of the hopper. Now you can actually specify this range, and this is actually only 16. So this is only a 32 by 32 area. So you can make it really big. So let's have a look. So we've got some stuff in the chest. Let's go right to the edge here. So we'll go. It's interesting how it disappears. Let's drop some stuff on the floor. You can see it takes a bit longer because it's passing through all the different block spaces, but eventually it will go. Now let's try the typical problem, which is if this stuff is stuck behind a wall, right? Okay, it goes fine. Now this guy seems to be pretty much the same, I guess, except for the particles. And I think it sort of aims to work a bit faster as well, maybe. So let's swap it around for this guy then. Give it a bit more of a challenge. Yeah, it is instant. I think it must just be working at a much faster rate. We also have the timer. So that can... I mean, what's the thing you would want to pulse? So we can put the timer there. So if we want to have a so we'll do all these, all these, all these. One cool thing that you can do here is you can do something called an anchor. It's one of the other types of plate. What it will let you do is it will, you know, for instance, say you've got, say, an ocelot. That's going to be something which is super annoying to keep still, right? And it works really nicely, and it will always be facing the way that the anchor's pointing. So you can basically get real, actual mobs. It's basically getting them to act like no AI mobs, but obviously they do have AI. So there's some cool things you can do. For instance, say you've got this sneaky button. You can actually disguise this as any block. So that is just a button now. You can see when I place this. This is the update detector, the block update detector. So we'll just that should work, right? Or you can chain them. Let's see what these things do. So we've got some of these lore tags. So you can make them a different colour dye, all the different colours. Oh, okay. So you get to check the lore. So we'll take amazing pickaxe. And then we transfer it. Okay, I see. So put that in. Amazing pickaxe. Aha, okay. So you can do that with each of the 16 colours. That's pretty cool. There's also this thing as well, the focus sash. This just prevents one-hit KOs. So, kind of similar to Totem of Undying in a way. What else we got? We've got the pearl blocks from the shulker. Like I sort of illustrated there. This is quite a cool effect, actually. You can't light this thing, by the way. I was hoping you could, but you can't. And I tried it like this. You can do one thing's for sure though. You can do some like awesome patterns with it and stuff though. And it's really cool to like do with stuff you know can't be placed in the world. That makes everything more fun, right? I don't think you can just. Oh, you can. You can make some pretty fun stuff though with it. There's a range of sneaky blocks. We already saw the button, and it will go to full size, right? So that's really cool. And then you can actually specify the options of like whether you want light to pass through the blocks, these sneaky blocks. Aside from that, there's not a huge amount else. We've got some different coloured slime blocks, an item grate, move items through. Not strong enough to break blocks. This guy prevents. Good way to control Enderman. You could also use it with the accelerating the monolith of spawning. So you can accelerate the spawning of Enderman in the end. and then you could use the tether to get them to all spawn to one location. It's pretty cool. The other thing of these things, the mob filters, I think that's basically the final thing. You can actually filter, like, will only allow boss mobs to pass through it. One common thing you can do is with the baby filter. So this will allow you to basically breed mobs, and then you would pass and you could do inverted. So then you would pass like the adults, say cows or whatever, and then you could turn them into food, and then once once they grow up, they can be passed through. You can do it for water mobs as well, pet slime, fire resistant mobs, boss mobs. So you could do a wither cage for them, these things as well. Not that expensive to make. But yeah, other than that, there's not really much else in this mod, I don't think, really. Pearls are dropped. Yep, they're just decorative. But that will do. So, thanks for watching.